So, everyone in the chat, thank you so much for joining us today. So, Rohit and Jaime, in just a minute or so, we'll be talking about networking for professional growth. So, to introduce Rohit, he's been working in the immigrant employment sector since 2014. Right now, he works at Triac, where he's been working in the Professional Immigrants Networks program to increase collaboration between grassroots, immigrant-led associations and organizations to improve employment outcomes for immigrant professionals. So he completed his postgraduate program in corporate communications from Sheridan College and a bachelor's degree in business administration from Xavier's College in India. So I'll let you take it away, and I'll hop on at the end of the session as well, just to kind of close everything out. All right?
Sure. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Hello, everyone. My name is Rohit Singh. I am the Communications and Program Coordinator at Triac. And today I'll be talking a little bit about what Triac does, and then about the PINS program and what we do within that program to help immigrant professionals. And then we also have a presentation with Jaime Gonzalez, who will be joining us. He's the PINS leader from the Latin Project Management Network. And he will talk a little bit about what LPMN does and how they help new immigrant professionals, specifically in the area of project management. So I'm going to share my screen so you can actually look at that. And there we go. Yeah. All right. So hopefully everybody can see my screen. The thing is, yeah, now I can't. All right. Okay. So I can see chats right now, but all right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk about the Professional Immigrant Networks program, and what we're going to do today, we're going to cover about TRIAC, which is the Toronto Region Immigrant Employment Council. We're going to talk about the importance of professional networks, about the Professional Immigrant Networks program, PINS associations, and then what are the benefits of joining a PINS association, and how you can find and join a PINS association. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk initially, before we do that, before talking about TRIAC, I do want to start off by talking about the importance of professional networks. So let's start with that. And so basically, I'm an immigrant myself. I came to Canada in 2012, which is about almost 9 years now. One of the things I realized when I came in was, when I was, as you grow up in your home countries, we realize that we build a lot of networks, professional and personal, because we grew up in our communities. We connect with people through, school, or through people we meet at work, and we build a network over time, in our home countries. And then when we come to Canada, sometimes you don't realize it, but it takes us a while to realize it, but we lose that connection, we lose those networks. And so we lose a big part, of our professional lives. And and when I came to Canada, I realized that as well, that I didn't actually know a lot of people. I didn't know anybody when I came here. And, it makes it a little bit harder to connect with people. It makes it a little bit harder in our job search to find, employment opportunities. So how can we, so basically that's where the Professional Immigrant Networks program comes in, is to try and help people connect with professional associations, to try and help people build their professional network in Canada or in the Toronto area. So before we get there, I just want to quickly talk about TRIAC, about the Toronto Region Immigrant Employment Council. And before I do that, I'm probably going, my screen might stop sharing for a second, because I just want to go back to my slide here. All right. Okay, can everybody see my screen? Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, it's still running. All right, so we'll go back to my presentation. All right. So how does TRIAC make a difference? We talked about basically what TRIAC does is we try to support organizations to become more inclusive. So TRIAC as an organization focuses more on educating employers in terms of helping them become more inclusive, to support immigrant professionals, and to help them understand the benefits that immigrant professionals bring to the workplace. And that's the core area of our work, is helping employers understand the benefits to help them become more inclusive. And as a side note, we also create opportunities for newcomer professionals to expand their professional networks and navigate the local labor market. We do this through our different programs like the professional immigrant programs. We also have the Triac mentoring partnership programs. You can visit our website, triac.ca, to understand the different ways in which Triac supports organizations and supports newcomer professionals through our work. Um, but after that, I just want to talk now about the PINS program, which is what we are here for. So the Professional Immigrant Networks program is a network of professional associations and partner organizations who support the development of immigrant professionals in their career in Canada. Basically, back in 2009, there was a bit of a research that was done, and what was found was that there were a lot of professional associations, and there are a lot of professional associations today in the GTA that were actually formed by immigrant professionals. Basically, these are grassroots community organizations, and they were formed, basically by immigrant professionals who wanted to give back and help other newcomer professionals or other immigrants find employment, successful employment outcomes in their professions. And so that's how these associations were formed. And basically, the PINS program was created to help these networks connect with each other. So when we talk about PINS networks, what do we actually mean when we say PINS associations? So all of these PINS associations, they're all volunteer-run and immigrant-led member associations. So all of them are, run by volunteers. They're all either led by immigrants, or if they have a board of directors, then the majority of the members are immigrant professionals. They serve a wide range of professions and communities. We have over 10 professions that are currently represented within the network, from healthcare, engineering, finance, all the way to arts and project management. We also have over 100 countries that are represented within the membership of the program, of the associations, sorry, I should say. Currently, we have 82 associations in the program. So there's a wide variety, and there's something for everyone in our network. They all have an established leadership and articulated mission and objectives, and they also have an employment and they also have an employment focus. That is the key. That every PINS association in the program, they all have an employment focus when they, for their members, and that's important, because that means when you join an association, you're joining an organization, a network that's going to be dedicated to helping you, build your career in Canada. So what are the benefits of joining a PINS association? What are the benefits of being part of the network, right? The first and the most obvious benefit is that you can develop professional relationships and networks in your field, because you'll be connecting with an association that is dedicated. You could connect with an association that is dedicated to your profession, and that will help you connect with people who are already working in the profession, immigrant professionals like yourself who came to Canada years ago and have now been able to build a career. So you're connecting with people who have that experience, or you're connecting with people who are also newcomers like yourself and who are going through that same journey that you're going through. So you connect with, so you can build new relationships and networks within your profession. You can get access on information on job opportunities, licensing processes if you are in a regulated profession. There's different events, programs, resources that are offered by the associations or by partners. You get that information as well. Or many of these associations, they organize events, or they have different programs. Like many associations have their own mentoring programs, or for regulated professions, they actually have study groups and exam preparations. Uh, like for the PMP or for medical exams, they have job clubs, and they have like study groups for that, and they do all these activities to help you achieve your career goals. So you get to participate in all of these programs as well, and you get to build your leadership skills, because as I mentioned, most all of these associations are all volunteer run. So they're always looking for volunteers to help them, with run these aforementioned programs and these events. So you can get a chance to build your leadership skills by being by running these programs, and you also gain experience by volunteering, because that is a key part of the job search process in Canada. Because as you may have heard, and as you may know, volunteering is looked upon very favorably by employers. So and it is also considered an experience, as a experience in your work, in your resume. So it's a double benefit, where employers look favorably upon you upon you volunteering and giving back to the community. At the same time, you also gain that experience in your field by volunteering in an area that maybe you're interested in. So it's a double benefit for you, and that's that is a big benefit of why you should join a professional association and how that will help you in your career. Um, so just a quick, I just wanted to very quickly touch on some of the networking events that we've heard. This is just photos. I'm going to breeze through this because I know I'm a little bit short on time. All right. So how do you find and join a PINS association? So this is just a very quick walkthrough. So this is our website, triac.ca/pins. You visit that website. This is what the homepage looks like. And you can either click on the join an association button here or find out more here. And once you click on that, that takes you to our directory page. And our PINS directory page is a complete repository of all PINS associations that are currently partnered with us. As I mentioned, there's 82 associations in the network. And what you can do is you can either select by profession, you can either select, or you can select by the community served. So for example, if you want an association that is specifically focused on project management professionals or engineering, you can select that. If you want to be in an association that serves South Asian professionals or Latin American professionals, then you would click on the community served. But try to keep it not very specific, because then that sort of narrows the search. So you want to leave it a little bit vague as well. And after that, I've just picked an example here, which is the Association of Romanian Engineers in Canada. So, once based on your selection, it will kind of give you a list of associations that you can select from, and then you just click on one of them, and this is what the page looks like. You get a bit of information about REC, about what they do. You get to know about the community that they serve, the profession that they serve, what are the benefits for you as a member. Below that, there's also more information below the page where they talk about the membership fees, and also about the incorporated, which you can find here as well. So you get all that information, and if you like what you see and if you want to apply, then you just click on the sign up via website button. But if you want to go back, then you just go back and find another association. And once you click on that sign up via website button, it takes you to the membership page of the association, and then that gives you the details about how you can become a member of that particular association. Keep in mind that in terms of fees, most of the associations on this directory, they are free. Some are paid, but the ones that are paid, they also they provide certain benefits for the members. So you do get a lot when you pay as well. So it's not always a bad thing. But that information is mentioned on the page. And beyond that, just a few quick notes. If you do want to stay updated in the world of what we do at Triac, and what is happening in the immigrant employment space, I'd recommend connecting with the Business of Inclusion e-newsletter, subscribing to that. It's a quarterly newsletter, and basically you get information about what's going on in the sector. I promise you, we won't spam you about anything else. If you sign up for that newsletter, you only receive the newsletters from us once every quarter. And you can also listen to our Business of Inclusion podcast. We just completed our first season a couple of months ago. It's basically a interview style format where we talk to industry leaders within the immigrant employment sector, or within within the diversity and inclusion sector. So we talk to people and try to get their opinion or their ideas on what's happening within the sector. So it's a great listen as well if you want to just stay updated on news. So you can visit that link here, and you'll have all the episodes that were released for the first season. And if you want to get informed about the events and networking events that happen within the PINS Association network, or that are hosted by Triac, I breeze through those images that I showed, that you probably would have seen very fleetingly, but those were events that we organized at Triac. And so if you want to know about these events that are happening, you can just visit this link, triac.ca/events. It's an events calendar, but there's also a mailing list that you can subscribe to. And again, if you subscribe to that mailing list, you only get information about events and nothing else. All right. And so if you want more information about PINS, you can always visit triac.ca/pins, or you can also contact us at pins@triac.ca. You will get that information from us. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And we're going to go back to the presentation. All right. So there we go. Can I close it? Okay. All right. So that was the presentation. Are there any questions for me? No. All right. Okay. Um. All right. So next attend is supposed to be they're supposed to connect with Jaime, but I think he's having some technical issues to join in. That's what I'm hearing. Um.
I'm here.
Oh, there we go. There's Jaime right here. All right. Hello, Jaime.
Hello, Rohit. Yeah, good
Hi.
presentation.
Yes.
Okay, so now
Thank you. Yeah.
uh,
So over to you and
perfect.
talking about payment.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to share my screen now. Okay, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, so I have to this one share.
Hmm. Okay. It's loading now. Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, good. So let's see LPMN. You see that the full screen?
No, I see the presentation format. I think you need to like do an alt tab and go to the slide view.
I'm gonna have this instead.
There we go. It's good now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, basically I have 4 points in the agenda today. So a bit of history about LPMN, and then recommendations about networking and how you connect with the association to further your opportunities of employment here in Canada. Okay, so the history. LPMN is an organization that has over 15 years now. It's incorporated at a federal level. So we are now members of the PINS network, and that is one of the big opportunities for us to um, make contributions to the labor market. Um, and also we're partnered with the PMI. Everyone that is interested in project management, this is the scenario to grow and connect. Our main sponsors have been banks and organizations that are well known. And currently we're focused on partnerships and strategic alliances. We have been very well recognized in the financial sector, in the technology, mostly for our PMP certification process. If you can see the pictures to the right, we used to have huge events, both professional, like in U of T or Ryerson, we have over 100 people in attending those events, as well as social events. So you have here a bar in downtown Toronto, a lot of gathering as well. So one of the key components I will start with is the work-life balance in your job searching. Do professional activities in job searching, networking, and job finding, as well as networking in social gathering, just have like agenda free or things like that, as well as attend events. In the past, we have these events in person. Now, most of the events are virtual. So that's one of the key points to see now that moving to that scenario, networking is now mostly online. So how we start working with that process and how we see networking here in Canada, the first thing is volunteer. I will start with that and end with that. So having the opportunity to be here and then show your skills, go to any professional association. So you see, Rohit said that we have 82 in the PINS networks. So that's a good point to start. So let's say if you are interested in project management, you can join LPMN. If you volunteer, what you are giving is money to the organization. So time is money here. So every hour that you are volunteering is an investment that you are making. So you will have um, retribution for that. You will have opportunity to meet people. So some of them will be your mentors down the road, um, either colleagues and people that can help you to give advice about your resume, your interview skills, some contacts, etc. And then that's the second. Your network is your net worth. So it's basically the more people you know, the better you have connections with that, the more follow up you have, the better for you in the process of landing in a job. Keep your social media activity. So it's important to be active now that we don't have the opportunity to go in person and handshake and give a smile and then have a personal contact. Have your social media, basically LinkedIn, but also you can have Instagram, Twitter, or other channels. So select what channels are you using and have that with good activities you can have comments and then what are you liking and sharing, things like that. Join professional associations and then we'll see that most of our activities will be online, at least for the beginning of 2021. We'll see that maybe in the summer or after the fall we will start having small gatherings, but then to have back to in-person meetings will be at least in 2022. So this is the time that will be basically home uh, everywhere. So could be in India, could be in Colombia, could be here in Canada. It's a good opportunity to prepare for certification. So that's the time that now we can spend preparing for the PMP, for CBAP, for Cisco certifications, Microsoft certification, Oracle, big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence, whatever it could be your field. It's the time to get certification. This is something that I will really recommend everyone looking for opportunities here in Canada. It's important to have your name plus PMP or BA. So you will see there are different types of certifications. So some are more widely recognized and valued in the market. Look for those. Uh, Coming to Canada, we have a lot of people that English is not the first language. So if English is your first language, I think that will be okay. But for other people, Hispanic people or people that has a different first language, improve the level of English is something that is absolutely key. So you will see that um, the level of opportunities and the opportunities in not only at work but also in the neighborhood and um, in your life here in Canada is really related to the level that you have your English. So the more or the better English you have, the better opportunities you have in the market. Here is a cycle that, let's say if you have an interview or information interview, just talk to people, ensure that, okay, if you go there, prepare and ensure you have all the information ready, stay relevant, do this networking in a virtual world, and then stay authentic. Say, what are you selling? What is making you different? So that's the scenario. So I would say, so that's the first point I would say, let's go and do networking. So that's the first topic. So then continue with networking. I want to show the next slide. Uh, be optimistic and stay positive. So that's important. So not everything will see the result as you are expecting. Sometimes you will see that a door is closing, then another door will also close, and you see, oh, now there is nobody calling me. I'm sending resumes and having no answer, etc. You have to keep the positive. So you will see down the road, you will have one door that is open, and that's the one that you are looking for. So try to be there. The same way, shift your perspective and dream 10 times bigger. So right now, I think things are difficult. And you know what? It's difficult for almost everybody everywhere. So Yes, less opportunity in different fields, more competition, less money in the market, you name it, all of the challenges we currently have. Think that this is something that is temporary. You will see that this will end now that we have all of this news that with the vaccine coming and then the process of distributing and having that. So, okay, so it will be a long process, but you will see that this will have an end. So think that, okay, so what I will do, not only in 2021, that there still will be a transition period, but 22 and then 23. If you have this in the long term, so you can dream 10 times bigger and then say, okay, I want to have a very successful career as a, and then you'll see your title and things like that, and then move to what you like to do in Canada. So in the same way, so be the change. So you are the driver. You, every one of you are looking at what I can do. So don't wait for to be told and then I know this is too scary, this is too difficult, I cannot do that. So be yourself and do the change and work together. So if you have a question, ask. If you need support, raise your hand, look for support. So that's why all of these volunteers in LPMN are say, okay, we have issues when we came here, when we landed, we have a lot of things that we don't know how is the lifestyle here in Canada, not only the labor market, but also uh, all the activities outside the work, and then how are the sports here, the climate, the dressing, the clothing, a lot of other things that we don't know. And then, for example, in general terms, tropical countries that we have temperatures of 30 plus, 35, 40 plus Celsius. And we come here and say, okay, we are 20 below zero or 25 below zero. That's a completely different. So we have to be together and then confirm that with other people and then really look for the balance between looking for a job and settle here and then see all of the opportunities we can have because a lot of volunteers are here to support, to give idea, to recommend a lot of things that you can do, um, and really see that the scenario for the new people coming is easier than for the people that was before. So if you put that positive spin in your job hunting process, have your instead of having your mind full of a lot of things that are issues and problems and things you can manage, etc., you will see what you can control, like what is out of your control. Have more mindful thinking. So really focus on what's important instead of having your mind full of kind of sometimes we say garbage and things that are pessimistic and things like that. So I want to stress that if you think on what is really important and then try to be patient with that. Here in Canada, we say that if you want to buy a house, doesn't really matter how the type of house is. Location, location, and location is the key point. So where are you buying your house? If you are here to look for job opportunities, volunteer, volunteer, and volunteer. So that is my recommendation. So I start with that and then end with that. So additional recommendations. So look for information interviews. So look for, you don't have to ask for, give me a job, etc. But then look for opportunities. So ask people, I want to talk to you and tell me about your career and your opportunities. You are very successful here in Canada. How was the process for you? Um, what did you do or what are the main challenges, how you feel proud of this or that. So at the same time you polish your elevator pitch, you keep an eye on your branding. How are you willing to sell you, what are the words that describe you. Give first, so that's important. So if you provide support to your colleagues, so then we grow all together and then we'll see how we'll be successful. Be prepared for setbacks. Okay, so that's important. Not too low when we have problems. not too high when things are good. So basically, try to be in the middle point. Socialize as much as you can. That's one thing that if I say the two main points that I want to stress, do your networking, connect with people, and do that as well in a social environment. So then you will get together to know Canadian people, and then talking that everyone is here interested in hockey, and how the people is interested in weather, and how here with the season is a lot of things that are changing. People related to, okay, so summer is coming, what is going on, then fall is coming, and then what's important in the fall and in the winter, and a lot of things related to the standard of living here in Canada. So then I will conclude my presentation basically with the information. So you can connect through LPMN with lpmn.ca, send an email through board@lpmn.ca, or look for LPMN_CA in LinkedIn, in Twitter, and we're having also our Instagram account to provide additional information to people interested in getting to know LPMN and the activities we're right now doing, planning for 2021. So if anyone is interested either in volunteering, support, in giving, one of the things that we always look for is webmasters and people that can help us to keep the website updated and up to the new standards, as well as the marketing and other opportunities. So it's just if you connect, we'll see a lot of opportunities for everybody. So here is also my LinkedIn. You can connect to me, to Jaime Gonzalez, PMP, and then we can move from there.
Thanks, Jaime.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that concludes our session for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Okay, well, thank you, Jesse. I don't know if you're here, but thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to present about Triac pins and about the Latin Project Management Network. Thank you, Jaime, for that
Thank you,
presentation
Rohit.
as
Okay.
well. Yeah, we'll end here, and we'll hand it over back. We'll close this session, and enjoy the rest of the day for all the attendees, and hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Jaime.
Okay.
Okay.